Tori here with another December daily video. Woohoo! I'm knocking these out and I'm really excited about it. So today I am scrapbooking the 15th in my 2018 and 2019 journal. I'm going to start with my 2018 one. I was just showing you there that before I started the video, I stamped this girl stamp from, it's a doodle by Brandy Kincaid from L Studio, I think, and I did some Copic coloring on there. I kind of wanted to have that be the main thing for my page because my spread today is just 2 white pages and I wanted to add a little color. I originally stuck down this photo and I realized that I don't know how I was doing this, but I'm working on 2 December dailies, last year's and this year's. And this is actually my 2019 album. So I put my 2018 album in the 2019 album, and then I had to like rip it out and put the other photo in there. So that kind of changed my plan, but in the end it worked out okay. So I actually am not working in my 2018, I'm working in my 2019. So my photo for the 15th was a photo of a podcast that my friend and I were watching. So it was a Sunday, and I went over to her house and we watched a sermon together on her TV. And so I have that picture, those 2 pictures that I'm going to put at the bottom there, and then I'm going to add that stamped image above that, and then I'll do my journaling around that. This page ended up being like super simple, but I like the way that it turned out. So while I'm adhering all of that, let me just read you my journaling. So since it's December vac, there's no chapel. Some people go to the AIC church, so Africa Inland Church, and some just do home church. This morning, Cass invited me over. We watched a sermon podcast and chatted about it. And then that's what I put on the left side with the photos. And then on the right side, where I just stamped the date there, I'm going to put my sermon notes. So the sermon that we listened to was one by a lady named Havilah Cunnington, I think. And I just really liked the takeaways, so I wanted to kind of document those in my December daily. I've never put sermon notes in my December daily before, but I kind of like the idea of like getting to look back and see what I was learning. So I stamped the date down, and you can see that it didn't stamp perfectly. Because the junk journal is like so bumpy now, whenever I try to stamp right into it, it doesn't work that great. But that's okay. I decided to go to my tiny word and phrase stickers and see if I could find one to put in the middle of that 15 to kind of cover up that spot. I did find one that said weekend plans, and I ended up sticking that chipboard piece on the left-hand side next to the photos and the giant stamped image of the girl. And then I'm going to go back and look for another one. I ended up finding one on this page that said pursuit, which I kind of thought worked well with the sermon notes. So I'm going to adhere that there on top of that. And then I was just writing down the sermon notes there, and then I wanted to add a few more embellishments, so I ended up grabbing some of these Felicity Jane Puffy stickers. I grabbed a couple hearts and circles and stuck them on the left there, just 3 of them, and then I'm going to put a heart on either side of the January 15, 2019. Just kind of add a little of that detail to that page too. I kind of wanted it to be on both sides. And then I'm going to do my journaling, which I will speed up for you so you don't have to watch me stamp or write for a long time. But just before I did that, I did go to my stamps and I found one that said noted, and I decided to put that underneath the date on the right hand side there so that it could be like, here are my notes from the sermon. It gets a little harder to write in these junk journals the more they get filled up, but I love the struggle. I don't know, that sounds funny, but I just love the way that this works out. Like, I love being able to see my December daily like this. So I'm happy with the way it works. So on the sermon notes page, I just put sermon and then the title. I put the speaker. I put the location, which was Cass's couch. And then I put message notes, and then I just put down 3 or 4 things that were my takeaway from that day. And then that's pretty much it for my 2019 album. I know it's really simple, but I actually love the way that it turned out. And I'm excited because it's the sum of the whole, not the individual parts, right? Anyways, next we'll move on to my 2018 album. So for this one, I only had one photo. Well, it was actually kind of like two photos that I had collaged together. My mom and I had gone for Mexican food, and so I had those two photos. And as you can see, the next page in my album was this like flip out um, paper. And so I kind of originally had thought about just putting the photo on that pink flap there, but I decided that I wanted to put the photo on the inside. So I just stuck the puffy sticker number 15 and the stamp date on the pink flap next to the birds, and I love the way that that looks. And then my photo, journaling, and some other embellishments will go on in the middle of that page. So I knew that my photos and my journaling were going to go on the left flap there, but then I wanted to put something on the right flap because I didn't necessarily want day 16 to be there. I wanted day 15 to be this like kind of insular piece here, if that makes sense. So I wanted to put something there because otherwise I thought it would feel kind of empty. So I grabbed a bunch of die cuts. All of those trees are from Feature Crafts. And then I grabbed another die cut, I believe from a different Feature Crafts kit that said merrymaking, that one there, and I'm going to adhere that down, and then that's where I'll do my journaling. So my journaling for this page was super simple. It just says, I love that my mom and I both love Mexican. We can go anytime together. Now, I know that's not necessarily like a whole story, but like honestly, for the 15th, I didn't really have a whole story. So I just kind of went with what I wanted to say for that page. And I think sometimes when we're doing these December daily projects or a scrapbook or a travel journal or something like that, we feel like we have to have this like epic story to go with each photo, or we feel like we can't just do like a little bit of journaling. But like Allie Edwards always says, it's the sum of the whole that matters, not the individual parts. And in the end, yeah, this is just one little tiny story, but it goes with the whole and it'll be special anyways. So I say go for it. Do you, boo. And then on the right hand side is when I'm going to do the rest of my embellishing. And it's pretty simple. I just adhered 5 of those trees together, kind of making like a little forest. And then I used the die cut Joy above that. And I love the way that that looks. I'm going to adhere all of it down. I'm also going to add some enamel dots just to add a little dimension to those trees, and some tiny phrase stickers that say just because joy, find joy in the ordinary. And then that is it for my page. I don't have a lot more to say, so I'm going to just throw on some music for you guys to listen to while you watch me finish this up. But I hope that you guys are enjoying these December daily videos, and I'm hoping to have them all up very soon. Little by little editing, and I have a 4-day weekend, so I'm getting as much done as I possibly can and like scheduling them if I need to, so that you guys will have lots of videos. Anyways, that's it for me. Let me know in the comments what you think about doing like a simple journaling like this, where you just have like a little description, or have you ever included sermon notes in your December daily or journals? Let me know. Okay, talk to you guys later. Bye.
Magic is falling straight from the sky, covering everything glistening white. Jack Frost has finally come out to say hi with his snow on Christmas morning. All year I've waited day in out the same, through all the seasons, the wind and the rain, holding out hope for a blanket of white with some snow on Christmas morning. Close your eyes, sweet dream.